Welcome to a short overview of the Animal Evac New Zealand Incident Management System, brought to you with the support of D4H Technologies Incident Manager. So Animal Evac operates as cloud offline hybrid system to assist us with managing our responses. Fundamentally, it also includes a way to register displaced or emergency affected animals. So from our dashboard, we choose a channel. This could be a number of emergencies that are happening around New Zealand, but in this particular case, we're going to go to our sheltering course. You'll see up the side that the information is synchronized, and you can sort of see here what is going on here. Our dashboard gives us an idea of animal statuses, along with evacuee information and costs to date incurred. Quickly going into animals, to register an animal, we simply just go to animals, and you can see here a list of all the current animals we have in our system, including their reunite status up here. I'm just going to add an animal here. And you can see down here we've got the blank record. I'm just going to double click to open it up. And a unique reference number is already supplied, but I'm just going to put a name next to the animal. So let's say that we've got Diesel. In this particular case, we know who the owner is. They've come into the pet-friendly shelter, and they obviously know that their animal is being cared for, so we'll put them down as known and notified. But it could be someone coming into the pet-friendly shelter or calling up to say that their animal has been left behind. Now, if that was the case, we would change it to a search and rescue request. It changes the colour, and that also means that the animal's last known location is now on our GIS system. I'll just change it back to known notified. No search and rescue is required. It defaults the time in, that's all looking fine. And the animal owner here, I'm going to leave blank at this sort of stage. And they are the owner of the, and I can bring in a picture. And again, if I just go to pictures, I can just quickly, easily bring up a picture of a dog there. I could take a photo of the dog, ideally front on, using my tablet or smartphone. In this particular case, we don't have a finder because it's actually owned. But if someone came in, let's say that a rescue person or a member of the public found the animal, we'll fill in these details, and again, we can note on a map where the animal was actually found. And that can actually help us if need be. But again, in this particular case, we're not going to do that. Sorry, just get rid of all the details there. We have a number of shelters, so let's say that we're at the Yarra Stadium, and we also assign the animals a handling code in accordance with our pet-friendly shelter manual. This particular dog is going to be, let's say it's quite boisterous, so we're going to give it the handling code of yellow. We'll allocate a space to it in the pet-friendly shelter, so let's give that a cage reference of C4. Now we get into animal information. So first of all, it's a dog, German Shepherd, black and tan. It is a large breed. It's an adult dog. It's male. It has been desexed. Vaccinations are currently up to date. We can also then upload those vaccination records. We'll put in some details there for a microchip. It's Wellington City registered, and I'll give it a registration number of 00784. I'll just put in here 2018, just so we know the registration year. We're just going to say it's got a brown collar, just to help out with things. And the owner says it's got a red meat allergy intolerance. Here we are. Just got allergy, shall we? Again, any property could have a crate and a squeaky toy. And again, I could add any other documents. If there was any sort of assessments done, we can add that. But that's all we need for that animal. So that's diesel 6422. So animals get entered in first. I can easily find diesel just by doing a little search there. You can see it's nice and easy to locate. Now, once we've got the animal details in, let's get the evacuee information. So I'm going to add an evacuee here. Again, I'm just going to double click on this record. The system allocates a new number. And so we're just going to say, here's the owner. And I'll just put in the fake phone number now. I may even have a phone number out of the region. And I can put in an email as well. If I had any sort of concerns about people seeing my information or being disclosed, I can also put in there as well. Date of birth, I'll just change that to, let's say, let's be generous with some age there. I click that, the normal address. I can actually just put in an address. I can go to search there. So let's just say let's give an address. Roderick Cruise, let's just make it up. And there we are. Oh, it's got the, it's going to Australia. Let's make sure we get that quickly right. Let's see if that helps. Let's just see if we can redo that one there, the normal address. I'm just going to go to search again. Roderick Crescent and Johnsonville. That's looking a bit better. And let's say that they are staying at a pet-friendly sort of shelter somewhere. I know that there could be like a community hall somewhere, so I'm just going to move them over to there. And if they've got a driver's license, that'd be fine. If they didn't have any driver's license, I could actually put in an evacuee photo. So there we are. We're going to put in photo there. We can put in any notes we want here, any documents that we need to sort of upload, if they've got any needs, etc. If there's any urgent sort of needs and if there's any sort of urgent stuff for them. But then we go down to animals, and you can see here, we can just go down to the end, we can find diesel, and again, we click there. So, if we then have a search for that person, you'll see that that's their record, and diesel is there. If I now go to my dashboard, I'll start to see that we've got a shelter or evacuee here, and we can sort of see here where all the shelters are, etc. quite easily, not on the GIS. But straight away from animals, we can see here that we've got 4 animals that we've got in the system without any owners or contact. We've got 14 animals that we've spoken to the owner, and they should hopefully be coming in. We have 1 search and rescue request already and 21 evacuees, of which, 23 evacuees. 21 of those are green, so there's no real needs for them, but we do have 2 reds, so that makes things very easy. So the great thing about this little system is that straight away you have a dashboard, which is all nice and customizable. We can just take out the logs, for example. And again, all your dashboard gets updated and changed. Makes it nice and easy. We've got a situation report, which is dynamic, so it's constantly up to date. We can share that situation report with a permanent URL and then revoke that URL as required. So we can give this URL to partner agencies, and again, we've all customized it for SIMs, etc. And multiple people can work on that form at the same time, which is really, really great. As soon as we've got a situation report as of a certain date or time, we can just easily go take a snapshot. And now that is the sitrep as of now, and that gets filed in our forms. Good thing about it is we can also look at our roles, and again, we can provide an organizational chart. I can even import, so let's say I want to adopt the full SIMS framework. I can just go to import. I'm just going to replace this one, and then straight away we have the SIMS incident framework set up. And again, I can allocate names to this. So there we are. I'm just going to put myself down there as the controller, etc. Forms are nice and easy as well. So again, I may have an action plan. I can create a blank action plan, and once I've done that, you'll see, I look in here, jumping around a bit here, but this was our situation report I just created just a few minutes ago. Nice and easy. And again, our map, we've put some interesting locations in a few places, but you can sort of see here that this GIS map now, powered by Esri, shows us where our shelters are, our evacuees, our logistics, our points of notes or notes of interest and incidents. And again, you can sort of see here that we've actually got rescues in these environments here. So, and very, very quickly while we're here, we can just show logistics. So obviously someone thought it's really important to have coffee. We can add in this a very quick sort of logistical thing, and there we are. And again, it also can track all our shelters as well. So in this particular case, we've only got a few shelters, but you can just add shelters. It would be pet-friendly shelters or human shelters, etc. very easily. Those shelters could be vet clinics, they could be animal care centres, etc. And again, lastly, there's a little library. So if you want to know where you want to get hold of quick reference material, you can all have it in one place. And the great thing about it is that if you lose, let's say we're over here and we lose internet connectivity and the airplane mode is on, we can still operate. We can still use, and I can still go through and change information if required. not a problem. And as soon as we get our internet back, you'll see up here, this will eventually change. It detects that we've got connectivity back. And we should be able to get going again. There we are, we've now got internet, that's looking good. And now it's synced.